Welcome to Khmer TV on Real Talk. Today we have another special guest.
Yes, we do. He's indeed very special. Kiri Suykry is here joining us. We were just talking about real friends earlier, and this is my realtor friend who specializes in Long Beach. But he's not here to talk to us about realtor or real estate today. He is actually here to talk about health and fitness. Kiri, without him knowing, he's very inspirational to me. Almost a motivation for me to get up early in the morning to go running. Almost. I said almost. But every day, believe it or not, Kiri runs about 6 to 10 miles, gets up really early in the morning, about 5 to 6 a.m. And he goes running, and he go to different places. He go to Newport Beach all the way to Redondo Beach just for run every single day. Right. And the amazing part is your wife joins you with it. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know what? I run 6 to 10 miles a day too. You may not see it in the physical, but I do run in my dream.
So I just wanted to say thank you for bringing us this healthy juice.
Yes,
cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. You're welcome.
So
wow.
This is not a typical wine. It is
not
actually
wine.
Homemade smoothie. So can you please tell us how you get started or what's in here? Actually, tell us what's in this beautiful color.
Nancy, thank you for that great intro. Wow. Well, that was perfectly said. Could not say any better. So what's in here in this smoothie is this allows me to get up early and also sustain, throughout the day also. What's in this smoothie is cranberry juice, beets, ginger, turmeric, and depending on what you want to put in it, you can put like orange, or you can put like grapes. I put in banana, and I also put in a protein bar. That's why it's a little bit sweet. So you need some protein bar.
I could really taste the ginger and the turmeric.
Yes. So turmeric and ginger is good for you because it's anti-inflammatory. When you do a lot of running and have an active lifestyle, you want to sustain the energy. So turmeric, ginger, and beet allows you to do that.
Yeah, beet is for endurance, right?
Beet is for endurance, stamina. And running gives you dopamine because you do need dopamine to stay happy. And that's why I think you see a lot of runners. Sometimes they get the runner's high because running creates all that dopamine. And that's why I love running. I love doing it in the morning because it's a great way to kickstart your mind and kickstart your ideas. And a lot of the ideas come from running in the morning when things are still fresh. You get a lot more oxygen early in the morning.
Interesting. For me, I this morning it's weird because I have, talking about working out, right? I haven't done Pilates for 3 days because I got so busy. And so this morning I woke up, my body was hungry for it. It was aching. So I got up at 5:30 and went to do Pilates and then got home and cycled in my sauna and then did some yoga. So I totally understand the need to exercise because once your body is used to that adrenaline, and especially when you're down and sad or whatever, I don't believe in taking medication and pills. I believe in if you could take a walk with the dog or you could, exercise, it's a lot healthier than taking medication, right?
Sometimes,
absolutely.
But sometimes we need the medication to get started. Not a negative way, not a bad thing to take medication because, I try both. If it's something that I cannot handle without the medication, then I would take the medication for a few days and then I get off of it. Yes,
so there's a lot of ways to kind of have you can get a lot of that benefit because 95% of all the drugs consumed in the world is consumed out here. So one way is to get all that benefit is through good smoothie, good exercise routine, whatever you feel comfortable. Could be Pilates, could be yoga. In my case, I love running. So
that's
and and as a matter of fact, only 14 years ago, when I started doing this, I was 40 pounds heavier. and I could not run 2 blocks.
Wow.
So I just finished running the LA Marathon, which is back in March. That was my 22nd marathon.
Really?
I had plantar fasciitis, and
What
I
is
had
that?
plantar fasciitis is a thing on your foot here where things your muscles too tight, where if you have to like land it right because otherwise it hurts. Because so I was able to do 22 marathon later, 14 years later,
Oh my
where
gosh.
14 years earlier I could not run 2 blocks. It's because of all this conditioning. Because you know how the mind works is that whatever story you create in your mind, you will begin to tell yourself either you're going to believe in it or you don't believe in it. You're going to be right either way, whether exercise is good or whether exercise is not good. You create a story around it and you become true after that.
I totally believe in mindset. That's why she and I, when I first went on her talk show, something I said resonated with Nancy, and so we wanted to create a show that talks about positivity and create this mindset where you can do things that are positive in life as long as you want to do it, because it's just a matter of you. I believe that when you think, it actually will happen. It will materialize. And the fact that you do 22 marathons, what motivated you when you were 40 pounds heavier? What was that breaking point?
Great question. So when in 2004, we had the Indonesia tsunami. That woke me up because I then began to realize life is precious. Life could be gone in an instant. And I wasn't enjoying life too much because of overweight, and you struggle.
Were you married back then too?
I was married, and I had gone through stress. So, but every time I run, I feel better. So eventually, I got training for 6 months, and 6 weeks left before my first marathon. I went to see my doctor, and I asked him, should I do my first LA marathon? And his first response was, no, don't do it. Stop everything. The reason he said that is because when I'm overweight, when you run the marathon the first time, you have body ache.
Yes.
You have ache all over. So since my doctor doesn't run a marathon himself, he doesn't know what your body goes through. But I know the benefits because I was getting sick 2, 3, 4 times a year easily. And it's easier to just pop in those antibiotics, those pills. However, that's not good for your body because those drugs is stored in your fat cell. So it's better, what I found out was that it's better to flush it all out through exercise. By exercise, getting your heart rate up to a certain level, because when your heart rate is up to a certain level, it creates all these endorphin, creates dopamine, so it creates a lot of natural drugs in your body, and it creates keeps your body healthier.
That fights.
So I really, I don't get sick as much anymore now, but I overcome all those negativity mindset where your doctor said you shouldn't be doing a marathon. To hey, you know what? You didn't win the lottery ticket. Your gene is you got one of those genes where you're gonna get sick. So your life doesn't have to be like that. So whatever story you tell in your mind, that's how you're gonna live it.
Yes, I followed Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's my favorite doctor. Who he was one of the pioneer that did the DNA, and he says, you know what? It's your biology belief. If you believe that you're going to get diabetes and high blood pressure because your family has it, then that's what's going to give you those disease. It's not that you're going to get it because, through the DNA. It's because of your mind. So he is the pioneer that said, you know what? If you say you're going to be such and such, then that belief is what's going to create your life. And now people are starting to see that, like the mind affects our body. It's a mind, body, soul thing. So
absolutely.
And it's, we can change our mind. And even though Kiri has been trying for years to introduce me to running, I did get up and go with him one day. Wait, I did twice, right?
You did twice.
I did twice.
Baby steps?
Yes, baby steps.
Okay.
I'm one of those slow
Take her to the beach on the sand. She loves the beach.
I do. We did go to the beach.
We did go to the beach.
We went to Newport Beach and we went to Redondo Beach.
That's
Nice
right.
beach. How about
Yeah.
Laguna next?
Laguna.
Laguna,
There you go.
I do, but I don't know. Running is, to me, it's a little hard.
It's hard on the joint.
But you know, so good to see that you're healthy,
Thank
and
you.
every one of us has a book that changed our life. I want to ask you about your book that changed your life.
Well, I think two books. I think the first book is by David Goggins. It's called Can't Hurt Me. What he said is that when you say you finish with something, you're only 40% done. So you still have 60% reserve that you can push yourself.
Oh, wow.
And another great book is Younger Next Year. So basically what it is it's kind of going through the science behind what keeps our body from getting much of the illness out there through getting your heart rate up. The most important thing is that any forms of exercise is good as long as you like doing it, and then you have to keep it up every day, do it consistently. However, if you do something that you don't like, you won't do it consistently, so you won't get the benefit. So any forms of exercise that raise your heart rate up, that's the biggest benefit is getting your heart rate up.
What do you talk about consistent, like 3 times a week, or, let
Yeah,
the people out there know?
Yes,
Like once a week?
Depending on how much time you do. For me, sometimes I spend about an hour in the morning, and I listen to like a lot of audible Kindles. So I listen to those while I'm running. So it's actually, I'm learning also because it's great for the mind. I'm getting exercise, I'm getting my heart rate up, I'm sweating. I'm also feeding good stuff into my mind also. So I do it for about an hour per day, roughly, and that's through learning also, listening to like good audible book also. But if you don't have a whole hour, you can do 30 minutes. Do it like 4 or 5 times. If you want to push it, do it 6 times. The book Younger Next Year said you should do it 6 times a day. Take 1 day off.
Wow, Younger Next Year.
Younger Next Year. It's written by a.
I want to be younger by next year.
That's right.
I totally believe there's a book called Mindset. Interestingly enough, it talks about what your mind thinks of, you can achieve it, right? So basically, I totally believe in that too. Like for my daily ritual, it's like I wanted to gravitate towards what successful people do. So successful people, what they do is they wake up early in the morning. The key is maybe 4:30, 5:30, or whatever is your time. You meditate, and then you exercise. So it's really important to find the time for yourself, especially meditating. And that's somewhere where you just really cleanse yourself and detox yourself emotionally and mentally. But after that, just being able to exercise. I have a cycle in the garage. So I'm cycling and I have my iPad. So I'm listening to motivational speakers, right?
There you go.
So whoever it is that I'm listening to is always feeding my mind of positivity, things that I can do so that I'm ready for the world, ready for the day. So how about you, Nancy?
I do like to listen to audiobooks, but mine is more in spiritual, not so much in physical health, more mental health, because that is what I need at the moment. So I do listen to a lot of positive hypnosis on YouTube, and then every day driving or doing dishes or house chores, I listen to my audiobook on being spiritual. I know we're all spiritual beings. There's no need for you to find yourself to be more spiritually, but at this moment, at this time, I need a strong mindset. I need a strong, calm mindset, being more mindful. So therefore, I listen to spiritual stuff.
I think this is really great because each one of us are working on things that we need to strengthen. I need to strengthen myself as a successful entrepreneur, realtor as well. And for you, you have your way of, just strengthening yourself, whatever it is. And yours is the spiritual. But, in terms of spiritualness and connection, it doesn't matter if you're Buddhist, Christian, or whatever. I totally believe that when you put something out in the universe, this is so true. I'm so careful with my children. I say, do not say anything negative out there. because our parents, my parents, they always say something that is really hurtful and say, like, go ahead and die. You're like, for me, I'm just so nervous to put anything negative. I tell my kids, when you're going to say something to be negative to each other, just say, hey, you rock star, what do you think you're doing? So at least you put something positive in the universe because it's going to happen. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, I think it's way true. So whatever you, the universe will accept you, whatever you float out there, whatever you put out there. So start out with your mind, right? Whatever you program into your mind, that's going to stay in there. Yeah. And then whatever you program in it goes into your heart, and your heart will determine what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. We only have one life, one body. So I believe in that. If you have like one car, you would take care of your car, right? So just with everything, it's all about taking care of it, investing everything. Like when we get up in the morning, we have to invest in our health since we only have one body. And initially it's tough, sure, but I think it's tough for anybody, for even like Karen, my wife. She has difficulty getting up early in the morning, like weekends. But for me, I get used to it because I see the benefit. I get the dopamine, which is free. You don't have to do anything. Your only investment is be willing to get out there, you know, and do some exercise, get your heart rate up, and you come back, you feel happier, and that's free stuff.
I think it's a habit too, right?
Yes, you know, we can go on and talk about this all day, but unfortunately, our time has come to an end, and so grateful for Kiri to be here talking about health and fitness. Hopefully, we can find, you know, inspire you some way, and you could follow Kiri if you need motivation. Follow Kiri on Instagram and Facebook, which is
Kiri Suykry, or passion-driven lifestyle. Those are the key ones, but also want to shout out to Nancy. Nancy is amazing.
Okay.
She's a great inspiration.
I'm just kidding.
So,
I love myself enough to accept all compliments. But thank you.
Thank you.
So,
there you go. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
And
all right.
This is Real Talk.
Jamaica.
Jumriblia.